Good morning, family. Welcome to the Afro Latina Show. I am your host, Alicia Anabel Santos, La Diosa Dominicana, La Santera. Welcome to episode 161. Miserly, Misery loves company. So certain words just kind of like jumped to me. And I was like on Twitter, and Cardi B wrote something about miserable people, and it just was the thing that made me feel like I wanted to meditate on that today. So today's my ode to the miserable people, my shout out to the miserable people. And the sad truth is that those of us who are miserable, and I am not going to say that I have never been miserable, because there have been many moments in my life where I have been horrible to be around, not a nice person. We're certainly vibrating on a very low level, because my spirit might have felt defeated. The people in my life also might have felt defeated. And so when you are surrounding yourself by like minded, low frequency people, it will keep you miserable. It will feed the misery. And so today I'm thinking about those of us who are struggling right now, those of us who just don't want to hear a positive affirmation, or don't want to, read our horoscope, those who are feeling hopeless, without faith, without a spiritual practice or guide or direction, feeling very lonely and agitated and angry for reasons that feel like you're in your right to be in a miserable place. I am not here to tell anybody how to feel. If you want to walk in the world miserable, that's all you. I get it. I get that life can be hard. I get that some people are really fucked up. And so, my ode to the miserable person is that what we put out into the world is what we receive. And so, if we're moving in the world miserable and we're just shitting on everyone and everything, and we can't see light anywhere, then we are going to attract more of the same. Because I truly believe that our thoughts control our emotions and how we move in the world. And I have tested it. I have tested where I have been angry and wanted to explode, and forced myself or pushed myself or loved myself to make a different choice about how I wanted to respond to a certain person or to a certain thing. And so um, I'm choosing not to be miserable, even when things might feel fucked up and hopeless. I am choosing to find anything to pull me out. Anything. It could be music, it could be exercise, it could be calling someone who is positive. There is nothing worse than being in a space and every single person in that space is talking negatively about anything and everything. There's nothing worse than that, because what that is doing is feeding toxicity. And that toxicity enters our pores, enters our hearts, enters our mind, enters our spirits. There is a reason why in our tradition we cover our head, our crown with scarves, right? Because we receive things through our body. And if we're not protecting entry points, we are allowing any old shit in. And here's what I'm not allowing in: miserable people. I can love them and I can send prayers out to the world for healing, because I know that folks are suffering and my heart is crying for you. But I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to feed that. I don't want to be around that. I don't want it in my body. And so, to the miserable people, I pray that you find that you have people in your life to hold a mirror to you and say, listen, you have been dwelling on this thing for way too long. You might want to look at a way out. Some of us don't want to hear it. See, a miserable person will respond very combative. A miserable person will be like, don't tell me how to deal with, because they want to stay miserable. And so, how can you protect yourself from miserable people? That's for you to decide, right? And for us to meditate on. Let's just meditate. Close our eyes. Let's sit comfortably. It hurts. It hurts because some of the people that are really miserable are people that we love and care for deeply. People that are our ride or dies, people that are lovers, people that are family, siblings, husbands, wives, parents, grandparents, miserable, just miserable with their lives, with the choices they made, reflecting on their past, thinking about betrayals, loves lost, a life not lived. Miserable people only see misery. And so, how can we protect ourselves from the miserable ones? Ooh, how can you protect yourself from the miserable one, even if it's someone close to you? Even if it's someone you live with, someone who's raising you, how can you protect yourself from misery? Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. What would you like to send out to those who are miserable and hurting today? And when you're ready, come out of meditation. It's hard to be around miserable people. It really is. But the truth is that part of our saving ourselves and our self-care is removing anything that feels bad. And even though we love these people who are miserable, we have to find the ways to push that out. And so I'm sending them, the miserable people, love, healing, and peace. My intention for today is to be light. And I'm wishing you all just a magnificent, magnificent